So in the last video, we just drew up this second piece of acrylic, and we're now going to look at putting the three layers together. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to do it as another design. I just find it easier to keep things separate because you can always combine them, and that's always pretty easy. Not necessarily so easy to sort of take things apart. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to click another tab up here, Untitled, and this one I'm going to save as. Straight away. So John Wilson candle shade, and this one I'm going to call it acrylic. Acrylic assembled. So pretty. Notice we try and keep all the names just completely logical. Okay, so avoid my stuff, my design, all of those sorts of things. There you go, and check where it's going. It's going into the right folder. Click save. Okay, so all of my drawings obviously are piling up down here. This one, you can see it's just making the thumbnail for it, but there's nothing there yet. Okay, so you must save this first because we can't import the other things, the other parts that we want. So just be careful you don't confuse these two. They look exactly the same at the moment. This one, however, is MDF. This one is our acrylic. What we could do is, just to make it easier, maybe, is if we select that body there, and there, and we'll do a modify appearance. I guess if we made them blue at this stage, so go into our appearance, go down and find our plastics. If we do that from the get-go, then so I've got white plastics. I want, sorry, let's just move this up a little bit. In your plastics menu, if you look for opaque, I said blue, didn't I? Glossy blue plastic, there you go. So that's going to come up with my glossy blue for those. And if I do that for this one here, it's going to definitely make sure it's obvious which is the acrylic and which is the other thing. Okay, so press enter there. Just remember to save, to update, and okay, that'll change that to blue. You can see that's just gone blue. Let's go back to my previous one. This is my acrylic piece that we drew just a couple of moments ago. So I'm going to come into bodies, I'm going to select that body, I'm going to go into modify, I'm going to click on appearance, there's my blue, still open from just now, do that, press enter, remember to click save and click OK. That's now going to update that. So at this point it becomes pretty clear that those are not the same thing. In fact, these two are obviously the same thing. I've drawn them twice, and one I've put the wood effect on, the other one I haven't. Anyway, here we go. So let's go back to our assembly drawing, which has got absolutely nothing on it. That's this one here. This one is this one. So we're going to simply import this into the current design. So very much similar to when you put together the box using the side, you imported it more than once. When you drop it in there, when you insert it, click OK. All right, and remember that when you put the second one in, because you're going to need to, when you put that second one in, it will come in exactly the same place. So I would avoid the temptation to try and move it into the right place. I just lift it up like that and drop it in. Okay, now you've got two layers of that. And then finally, we want one of these and insert into the current design. And that's going to, because we drew them all on that plan view, they should appear lined up, even if they're not sort of touching each other and all good like that. So there we go. There's our three pieces of acrylic. Okay, they should all be the same thickness. Two are plain, one has got the holes in it. Okay. So let's have a go and look at assembling then. We should be able to just select an edge like that one and then select a second edge. Okay, and the order is that the first edge you select is going to move to the second edge that you select. Okay, remember, in order to select the two edges you must hold your shift key down, otherwise you select one, and as soon as you select the other, the first one disengages and deselects. Okay, so you have to click first of all the one we want to move, then where you want it to move to, and then click your J button, and that's going to put that together. Okay, then I'm going to do that edge, which I want to move to that edge, and click J, And there you go, done. At that point, you've now got your acrylic assembled, okay, and you're then good to move that into the gap, or space rather, not gap, the space that's been created for it on the top here. So click the Save button, click OK, and you're done. And then in the next video, very quick one, hopefully, I'll just show you how to drop that into there.